Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. And today for you guys is another movie review. That's right, today we're reviewing Terrifier 3. Just kidding, I'm not seeing that. We're just reviewing piece by piece the newest Lego movie. I don't have tape. So I don't have tape, so sorry. I'll just do this. So essentially what we're getting is this is basically the next Lego movie in the franchise, right? Now it's weird. This is the most weird movie I think I've seen this entire year. I've seen Joker Filet Adieu, which if you haven't seen my review, you probably have. It kind of popped off for some reason. I love Joker 2. I think it's a phenomenal film. And yeah, like it's weird to a degree, but I knew that going in. This movie, piece by piece, obviously I've seen the Lego movie, the Lego Batman movie, Lego Ninjago movie, Lego Movie 2. I'm 25, gonna be 26. I love Lego. I'm not some weird guy. Lego is objectively for all ages, right? It's not just for children; it's for everyone. And all the Lego movies have been fun, action, adventure comedies for all ages, right? They've been great. I love Clutch Powers and Ninjago and the Lego games. You know me, right? I like Lego. But this, obviously, I was gonna watch because it's a Lego movie, right? Now, when it comes to, I was calling this guy Pharrell Williams for the longest time. Feral meaning like a crazy animal. It's actually Pharrell. So I got that wrong for a little bit. But yeah, Pharrell Williams is an artist, a singer, musician, songwriter, beat maker, whatever. I don't know, before watching this, I didn't know anything about him, right? I didn't really like his song. I still don't like his songs, just not my genre. He's not bad, I just don't personally like that kind of music. But it's not bad music. Obviously he was in, Despicable Me. I needed some stuff for that. Universal loves this guy. And they were like, hey, Warner Brothers made the first 4 Lego movies, so then Universal bought the rights to the Lego movies. And they said, hey, for the first one, apparently they are doing like a real Lego movie with like live action and animated, and it's going to be like a, kind of akin to the first 4. This is still technically a Lego movie, but there's a key difference in that this is the story of Pharrell Williams, basically from infant to how he is today as an adult. And it is a Lego movie, right? Like, it's a movie, you can go to the theater and watch it, and it's Lego, okay? But it's more of a documentary or I guess, look into this guy's life than straight up Lego Movie 3. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're expecting Lego Movie style comedy and story and action and, all that, you're not really going to get that here. This is, again, a very weird movie. Okay, so we'll just start touching the animation first. The animation it's great. It's effing beautiful. Like, it looks really, really good, right? The way they're able to kind of, I guess, add the Lego style to Pharrell Williams and the other people that are in this film to kind of, make it make sense and make it feel like a Lego movie, even though it's more of a documentary. The Lego pieces and the studs and the animation, they have like chicken nuggets as like brown or like light brown Lego studs, stuff like that. There's some really kind of, as a Lego fan who likes building Lego, you've seen my collection, it is very much, a cool thing to see, right? They have, like, characters crossing their arms, and they just kind of took, like, the hands off of the minifig and just kind of slammed the 2 freaking wrists, or, at least, like, imagine I cut my hand off, metaphorically, and then just, like that, that's how it looks, and then the hands are, like, behind them. So they do some interesting things with Lego, the characters and the animation and all that. I will say the animation is good, but it doesn't look as good as the first 4 Lego movies. The Lego Movie 1, when that came out in 2014, basically blew everyone away for millions of reasons, right? Still to this day, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen, period. It's a beautiful, perfect film. And that Lego Movie 1, and I love Batman, Ninjago, Lego Movie 2, they're all amazing. But Lego Movie 1 kind of set that standard for how animated movies can look, right? We got like Tintin, Polar Express, Pixar, Disney, all that, but the Lego Movie had a completely, for the most part, completely CGI on a computer animated movie. And then, Lego Movie 1 was kind of animated to look stop motion, and this does too. But the Lego Movie 1 and the other 3 other Lego movies, by WB, they had a tangible, real-life feel. They had scratches. It felt like they were literally filming practical Lego people just doing their thing. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like I was watching an animated movie. It felt like I was watching a photo-real film that is stop motion. It wasn't, but it was so freaking good. It was like a magic trick, right? It's so beautiful. This film does feel a little bit more shiny and clean and not as, realistic and, I don't want to say dirty and grimy, but, as real. Think of it like the Lego Movie 1 is like Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, where they have real rain on them and they're in shit and they're, they're doing it for real. And then you look at Pirates 5 and it's still good and it looks good, but it's you can tell it's like clean. There's like a little shine to it, a little sheen, So it's not bad. As a Lego Movie lover and Lego fan in general, I just kind of had to point that out. But the writing is good. Again, it kind of takes the story of Pharrell Williams and kind of tells his story. That's pretty much what you're getting. But they're able to do that by making it Lego and making it fun, right? There's comedy in the writing, of course, but there's also a lot of comedy in the background, right? In the way that they're animated, right? Because stop motion just always will kind of look kind of funny for Lego people. But this is not that the Lego, again, as I said in the beginning, Lego is not for kids. Lego's for everyone. It's not just for children. It's for everyone. And same with those Lego movies, right? The Lego Movie 1, Batman, Ninjago, Lego Movie 2, they're not kids' movies. They're just movies. They're animated movies. There's a difference. The Lego movies had obviously a child appeal because it's effing Lego, but it was never made exclusively for babies and fetuses and children, right? Like some people believe on the internet. Lego's for everyone, and those movies they're straight up for everyone. You can be 10 or 50 and laugh at those movies. This obviously, right? Like I saw it, and there were a few kids in the audience in the theater, and hey, look, it's Pharrell Williams, it's Lego, and it's colorful, and it's rated PG. So the parents are like, wow, another Lego movie. So they take their babies and they're just born fetuses into the theater, as again some people tell me on the internet, but I didn't actually see a fetus in the theater. If I did, that probably would have been in Terrifier 3, honestly. But this movie pretty much is a very weird risk for Lego for a few reasons. Because, you look at, Lego's done dark stuff before, right? Dark is in subject matter. Ninjago, right? Ninjago, you wouldn't believe me, but it's true. There's murder, there's death, there's slavery, there's a suicide attempt, there's blood. There is mature stuff in Ninjago. Ninjago is probably the most edgy thing Lego has ever done, at least in terms of movies or TV shows. But this movie, it blew my mind, because there's a few things. One, again, documentaries, I'm just going to say it, documentaries are not fun to watch. Like, they're not. Unless you, are a diehard of that subject or topic. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't want to say objectively because I can't speak for everyone, but I could not imagine someone saying, hey, you want to watch Avengers Endgame? No, let's watch a documentary on McDonald's. Like, no one gives a crap. No one. Maybe you're weird, I don't know, but in my mind, I don't see anyone willingly wanting to watch a documentary, unless, again, you're, stupid crazy into that whatever thing, like you're a diehard of McDonald's, and all you eat is McDonald's. I don't know why McDonald's is in this movie, so I guess that's why I brought it up, but, it's got a weird setup, because, again, a kid, not saying this is for kids, but a child will want to watch this. It's Lego. A kid will go into the theater thinking, wow, it's going to be fun, right? But really, all a kid is going to, unless you're like a, IQ 1,000,000 kid, all you're going to really get into this, out of this, if you're 4 to 8, is bright lights and colors. I'm not saying kids are stupid and that's all they relate to, but kids don't care about documentaries. I don't care about documentaries. I'm going to be 26. I don't care about documentaries. But I saw this because it's Lego. That's the smart marketing move, right? That's the in for going to see this. But if you are a kid and watching this review, I'm not going to say you're going to hate it, because if you like Lego, you're probably going to like the Lego aspect, but in terms of following the narrative, following the existential crisis and dread that Pharrell goes through, and the metaphors and the ideology and the speeches about God and religion, and there's a lot of mature elements in this movie. This is not Lego Movie where you're laughing every second. This is not a die-hard comedy. This is a little bit of baby comedy in there, but it's really a story about this dude's life just told through the medium of Lego bricks. Also, this is rated PG, yes, but they have some really, 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 really crazy stuff that I had no idea Lego had the bricky balls to even say yes on this. For example, in this movie, I'm not kidding, Snoop Dogg's in the movie, right? I didn't know Snoop Dogg was tall. I guess he is. So they kind of make his minifigure a little taller, which I think is really funny. He also turns into an actual Lego dog, which is funny. So there's some good comedy there. But Snoop Dogg is famous for drugs. Like, I'm not, he loves weed. I'm just it's fucking straight up. Yeah, I think the only thing I know of Snoop Dogg is that he loves weed and he's in Call of Duty for some reason. That's all I know about him. But he's in this movie. Apparently, he didn't know he was filming for a Lego movie, which I guess he was stoned out of his effing mind. But whatever. Again, if you like his music, power to you. I don't. I respect your opinion. All I know about him, though, he loves weed and he's in Call of Duty. That's my knowledge on this dude. So with that, it was funny because there's a scene where literally Pharrell and his buddy get high. Like in a Lego movie rated PG, there's a guy spraying and it says on the spray bottle PG smoke, and literally he goes in the room and Pharrell and his buddy are literally getting high and they're just on the floor being like like that, and there's smoke and shit. It's insane. And then there's also we'll get to the thematic elements next, but there's also swearing in this movie, which, Lego Batman kind of tipped the scales by going, Iron Man sucks. And it was like, oh, they said the word sucks, oh man, Lego movie they said dang it, So that's funny, right? Saying like sucks and dang it, those feel like they're swear words for Lego, and I think that's where Lego should draw the line. But straight up, in this PG-rated movie that 4-year-olds went to see, they were in my theater, Pharrell and other characters were saying hell, damn it, and shit. Literally. Sometimes a character would say shh, and then they go beep, they bleep it out for comedic effect. But there are moments where a Lego rapper, I don't know who they are, but one of the Lego rappers, and there's literally a scene in this movie where Pharrell Williams says the word shit 2 times in 1 sentence, uncensored. And my little Lego mind was exploded. I didn't think Lego had the nerves to do it. I didn't. Not that this is a good thing because it shows Lego is not afraid to take risks in their storytelling and in their medium. But it's really weird. I didn't think you were allowed to say shit like 8 times in a PG-rated movie. I didn't know you could do that. You can say shit as many times as you want in a PG-13 or an R, but a G or P, especially like a PG, no way. You know what I mean? I didn't think that was... Maybe it's because they're Lego, but it doesn't matter. They're still swearing. It's like Cars 2, right? How is Cars 2 rated G? There's literal mass murder, and there's guns. I don't understand it. It's really weird. But, again, I genuinely didn't expect this film to do that. And it does kind of at times feel like you're watching a normal documentary. Like they just sat these people in a room and just recorded them, and then they just animated the Lego people over it. I know that's what they did. That's how movies are made. But I feel like that was the thing. Like, I feel like this wasn't going to be a Lego movie. And then they're like, oh, let's make it a Lego movie. Like, last minute. You know what I mean? Universal, though, this being the first Lego movie that they made under owning the Lego movie license, it works. This is not the best Lego movie. It's not even in the same ballpark as the first 4. Not even close. But as a Lego fan, not a Pharrell Williams fan, but as a Lego fan, I had fun with it. It's got good jokes. Really good animation. I like the music, I guess, that they add. I'm not a fan of that music per se, but it's not like objectively bad music, right? Like, it wasn't horrible. And I think the story was kind of good. Yes, it's a documentary and you're seeing people getting interviewed, and I felt kind of bad because I don't know how to say this without sounding weird, but as a white dude, I don't know a lot of the black people in this movie, like the crazy, like the singers and rappers. I know Snoop Dogg and Pharrell Williams. I think I maybe heard of Jay-Z, but maybe I'm an uncultured swine, I don't know, but I genuinely didn't know half the people in this movie. So when they show up on screen, it should have been like oh my god, he's in this, and I was just like, huh, eating my popcorn. Who's that? So again, maybe that's just a me problem, but I didn't know half the people in this film. But I'm assuming it's their real voices and all that. So it's cool that they're in this. I think hearing more about Pharrell Williams and his life story as a kid, now he kind of felt like an outcast. Now he channeled his emotions and thoughts through music, and kind of like how he sees like music in his eyes mind, like Doctor Strange eye mind. Music to him is like different lights and colors, and it's like a whole new world, right? And they kind of manifest that through different Lego bricks and pieces that they have in the film. Like literal, there are actual Lego pieces that light up, signifying music, right? Like there's a scene where Pharrell is sending beats to some guy to review, and there's a box, right? It says beat number 3, and in the box he opens it and it's literal bouncing Lego bricks, simulating metaphorical song lyrics and beats and music. So it's very imaginative in that way, and I think it's a really, really good way to kind of get Pharrell's vision and his life story across without being boring, because again, Lego pretty much makes everything fun and enjoyable, unless you're some kind of weird masochist. But at the same time, I think that it is an interesting story that, look, again, I don't want to say no one knows who this dude is, but a lot of people know him from Universal, right? The Despicable Me songs, Happy, the two songs he's most famous known for, right? But, no, like, he did a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not going to spoil it, but he helped a lot of other songwriters, and he kind of, invented a very specific jingle for a very specific restaurant that I very specifically mentioned in this review, which blew my mind. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good time. It's not, again, it is a documentary. This is not Lego Movie 3, okay? This is not like some crazy action comedy with its own story. There is a story to tell. So this is a movie. It's not just straight up a documentary, right? There's documentary segments, and then there's musical segments, and then there is like an actual story, and there's a crescendo where Pharrell hits the bottom, so to speak, right? He goes to rock bottom, so to speak, and then he works his way back up. So there is a story to tell within that a movie beats should hit, right? Order and sequencing. But at the same time, there is very much a case to be made that, yeah, kids will not enjoy this. Like, I know it's not a kids film, it's not made for kids, it's made for everyone, but kids will be watching. I'm not saying it's not for kids, right? In that sense, it's for everyone. And it's really weird that, like, the kids that were in my theater, they didn't know what the fudge was going on. They're like, colors, yay! And then, like, I didn't, like, I was watching the movie, but I'd imagine when they say shit, hell, and damn, and like they're smoking weed, PG weed, but it's still weed, and like there's music video shots and like Lego women, like in very, very big-breasted Lego women are like shaking their ass in front of the screen, and I'm like, this is insane. Like, I don't know if Snoop Dogg went to the Lego headquarters and offered them some wacky tobacco or something, but this was nuts, man. And again, it's fun, it's well made, I enjoyed it, but it was really weird. There is also a moment, I'm not going to talk on it briefly, it's rated PG for like language, suggestive themes, and thematic elements, I think. It is weird that Lego chose to do a movie on this dude and not anyone else more famous like Walt Disney or Arthur Parsons, I don't know. But I think that it is weird that also they're allowing that level of cursing in a PG movie. They also have, I literally lost my mind. I literally said, oh no, out loud in the theater. Because there's a scene where, obviously Pharrell Williams is black. Again, I'm not racist. I have to mention this because it is a negative. It does take away from the story they're trying to tell. This whole movie is about Pharrell Williams and his life from, childbirth, not him giving birth, but, being born as a child baby, to growing up and his, how he interprets the world through song and music. That's all well and good. But then they have, I'm not shitting you, I'm not kidding, they have a BLM protest in a Lego movie. They're holding the signs that say, I can't breathe, BLM. It was fucking insane. I'm sorry for swearing, but it was insane. I lost my mind. I didn't think Lego had the nerves to do that. Obviously, believe if you think that was a good movement or not. I'm not going to give my opinion. You can probably guess. I'm Republican. But, I love everyone. Obviously, black lives do matter, right? White lives matter. Asian lives. Everyone matters. It just, that it was and still is a very controversial, movement. And, I'm not going to talk on George Floyd. I mean, I don't really care. But it's very weird and cringy, and it felt very out of place. Because I get it. Pharrell's black. I get it. Like, obviously, but it's literally like it doesn't impact him as a character, as the movie. It's literally, you see a scene of Lego police cars and white policemen in a car, and all these black singers raise their hand like, we didn't do anything wrong, and I'm like, oh my god, they're doing it, I mean, it was insane. It just felt very preachy. It felt like, oh, we're all marginalized, and oh, don't hurt me, but it's like, that's not the case. I get it. Some police officers are dicks, but they're not all bad people. That needs to get across. I hate that they took that stance. It feels very cringy and awkward. It has nothing to do with Pharrell as a character. Nothing to do with Pharrell in terms of film. He just, toward the end of the movie, they're kind of like going on this little, I guess, I don't know what you call it, but like they're kind of fast forwarding through his life and different elements, and him getting married and him having kids, and you literally see like the Minions, and that's really funny because they paired up with that. And then you see these shots, and it's out of left field. It comes out of freaking nowhere, and it's very much, it is literally shoved down your throat. You see black people doing this and white policemen in a car. It's very, very, very weird. And again, I'm not going to speak on that because this isn't about BLM, this is about the Lego movie. But they chose to put it in. It makes no thematic sense within the story they're trying to tell. It is quite literally shoved down your throat. That's not good storytelling. I get it. He's black, but maybe they all I don't know. Like I have no idea I don't know. But it did. It felt very awkward and weird and genuinely shocking. You know what I mean? Like I get it. Like Ninjago has had blood in the comics and they've had suicide attempts in the show. Ninjago is insane, but that's more like, you know, mature storytelling within the Ninjago world. This, they chose to do real world events that have nothing to do with Pharrell's life story. It's very weird. So that does dock a negative, not because of the movement, not because of the thing. It's because in this review, in this film, that I wish I had the poster up. You're looking at Ray, but I don't have tape. It's on the floor right there. I got it. I got a free poster. You saw it. But again, it has nothing to do with the story that they were telling. It's very weird. That being said, that was really my only negative, man. I mean, there's a few shots where, like, you know, the camera will, like, linger on Pharrell or another character for, like, a weirdly long time. Like in the beginning when Pharrell's like as a kid and he's you know listening to the music beats and like the different Lego colors kind of coming out of the speaker, like the shot lingers on him for like a weirdly amount of long time where it's just like boom 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 and it's just like 8 seconds of that, and then the mom comes and turns to and then the movie progresses. But it's just kind of weird. Some of the editing's a little bit weird. Again, this isn't a frantic action comedy like The Four, right? This is a more, I don't want to say boring because I wasn't bored, but I'd imagine a child would be bored, and they'd be bored too. Not during the movie, maybe, who knows. But if you're a parent watching this, just know it's got political BLM stuff in it. I don't know if you're there for that, but it's in the movie. They also have, you know, weed. They get high. It's PG high, but they still get high, and they literally say shit like 4 or 5 different times, and hell and damn, but I didn't think they would say the S word. So this is definitely, you know, if you wanted to say the Lego movies are kids movies, I'd argue they're objectively not, but they're kid friendly. They're not made for babies. They're kid friendly. This is a PG movie that is definitely not for a child. I would say definitely this should have been PG-13, 100%. Cars 2 should have been PG. Finding Dory should have been G. This should have been PG-13. So some of the ratings for these movies are really weird. But overall, again, some weird political stuff they throw in there for no reason. And other than that, some of the weird editing. But other than that, like, you know, those are, I don't want to say small negatives, but I did have a good time with Piece by Piece. I think, you know, the new song he sings, Piece by Piece, it works. I like the story that they told with Pharrell when they're not doing some weird stuff. I like that they kind of showed the, you know, change of how, you know, he views life and all that and different metaphors. There's a lot of like slow scenes and very dramatic scenes. You know, if you've watched Ninjago, you're you know, not it's kind of in the same ballpark with some heavy material for sure, but it definitely does come out of left field. If you're a parent thinking this is a movie I could bring my 4-year-old to, please don't. I know I'm not you, and you make up your mind as a parent or a teacher or whoever you are, but in my opinion, I would not recommend a child to see this film. I know it sounds crazy, right? It's a Lego movie. How bad could it be? Well, I told you how bad it could be. And it really, like, you know, if you look at the movie If, right, that came out this year, If, Imaginary Friend, that is the same thing. If is a PG-rated movie that I imagine a lot of people took their kids to, right? Oh, it's PG, there's dancing, there's cute little animals. That movie is the most depressing thing. I swear to God, If is almost as depressing as Joker 2, and I'm not even kidding. But it's just really weird that they have that kind of, you know, random spike in maturity level, which no one really expected. You know, Lego, again, Ninjago has mature elements, but this feels oddly more mature in sometimes not a good way. But I enjoyed the you know, animation. I enjoyed the writing. I enjoyed the acting, the voice acting, I guess. I mean, they probably just took a mic and like, Snoop Dogg, what do you think about this? And he was like, drop it like it's hot. You know, I mean, I'm assuming that's how it went. But, you know, with that being said, everyone does a good job. You know, again, these people are not actors. They're just regular people. So it was fine for what it was. I thought they had some good comedy in there with the writing and the, you know, little visual cues and all that. And again, I knowing nothing about Pharrell Williams, I can say that I know more about this guy. I don't like his music, but I guess I didn't really want to know more about him, but I did. I learned more about him, so there you go. Mission accomplished, right? I'm going to be honest, if this movie wasn't Lego, I don't think many people would see it. I'm not saying Pharrell isn't popular or isn't worth this, but it just seems like they should have made a Lego movie on someone, like anyone else more famous. I don't know, it just seems kind of random. But, you know, hey, if you like his music, that's cool. Great, enjoy it. I'm glad you like it. I don't hate it. I just wouldn't listen to it. You know what I mean? Just myself. When I'm on the treadmill on my Xbox listening to music, I wouldn't put on Pharrell Williams. That's just me, though. I don't hate him, you know. it's just personal taste. But the movie itself is good. You know what I mean? I thought it was really well handled. There's a few things that are not well handled and kind of really weird, but I think that for the most part, it hit what it wanted to hit. And yeah, I'll be buying it on Blu-ray, man. I had a good time with it. I got a free poster, and that was cool. For an hour and a half, it felt a little bit longer than that. I will admit there's a little bit dragging sometimes, but overall, I like what they did here, and I think for the first Lego movie made by Universal, I probably wouldn't have pitched this idea because it is extremely out of left field. This is a big risk for Lego. If this bombs, I don't know what the heck the next Lego movie is going to be, because it's probably going to bomb too. Hopefully it does make money, because again, apart from the weird stuff they have that makes no sense regarding to his story in it, it's fun. You know what I mean? It's got, like, oddly a lot of weird adult humor and blatant, like, literally, as I said, like, they're swearing and they're getting high, and half-naked Lego women are shaking their butts on the screen. It's definitely not. It is funny, right? Because it's Lego. You know, it's like, it's funny to see a Lego guy do a hard rock song, or, you know, that's the funny part of it. But for a child to watch it, I don't think I would recommend it. But I had a good time with it as a 25-year-old. And yeah, I'm going to give Piece by Piece probably a B+. I enjoyed it a little more than what I thought I was going to. I thought it was going to be just kind of like a weird musical thing, but you know, I think Joker 2 has all the good musical stuff taken right now. That and If, I guess. But yeah, man, I had a good time with it. Again, it's some really a few weird editing choices and a few weird thematic elements I wouldn't have added to this film. But overall, again, it's fun, it's funny, and hey, I learned about Pharrell Williams, so there you go, right? It's like school but fun. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.